everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then thank you so much for joining me. Now today's video is something a little bit different from anything that I've done before. So I'm working with I Love Wallpaper to show you all of the different wallpapers that I have around my house, because nearly every room has a little bit of wallpaper somewhere and they're all from the same shop. So I'm going to take you around, talk to you about what choices I made in the rooms, why I chose that wallpaper, the kind of styling that I've done with it, what it goes with, and also, as always, I have a discount code, so if you want to get these same wallpapers then you can save a load. I've also got some fab samples of some really new pieces to show you. One of these might be going in the living room to make a little change, but I haven't fully decided yet. So I'm going to talk you through all the samples and, as I said, all the choices that I've made around the house. As always, your support is massively appreciated, so if you love this video, please give it a big thumbs up and drop your comments in the comment section below, because I love to hear from you. So I think it's time that we got on with the video. I'm going to take you on a tour around the house and show you the rooms which have wallpaper in, and I think we'll start in the bedroom. So in the bedroom, this wallpaper which I've got, so I have a half paneling, half wallpaper wall, and the wallpaper on this wall is the Imogen Plain in colour pewter. Now I had a couple of sort of potentials when I was doing it, and then I decided to go with this one, and I'm so pleased I did, because I think it goes so well with the colours. This is probably my favourite wallpaper in the whole house. So it's got a really nice texture to it and also a nice shimmer as well. It's really, really lush, and this comes in quite a few different colours as well. So if this kind of colour doesn't go for you, they've got more of a grey, they've got a darker, and I think they've got quite a more goldy one as well. The reason I love this so much is because it just works so well with everything in this bedroom. So although the colour it has got specks of gold in it, so obviously I've picked out the gold in some of the accessories, like here, and like vases and things, but I've also got silver things. You know, I've got my silver mirror, my chair is grey with silver legs. It all just works so well together, all of the colours, and it's really, this wallpaper's given the room a really warm and cosy feel, and that's why I love it so much. If you want to go for your sort of creams, neutrals, taupes, then this wallpaper works really well for that. But again, if you want to incorporate any golds or silvers in, it all works so well. I've got little bits of both, as I've said. You know, here I've got golds. This is probably my favourite wallpaper in the whole house, and I would 100% use this again. If, you know, if we ever moved somewhere and I wasn't going to do this in the bedroom, I'd use it somewhere else, because it's so versatile, it works so well. Now the paint on the bottom, which I've paired it with, is Ammonite, and that's the same that I put in the living room. I've got that in the kitchen as well. So in the lounge, I've just recently had a little mini makeover, which you'll see in my living room makeover video. So I've now got a really dark feature wall on here, but I still have the same wallpaper that I had before. So this is the Sparkle Plain texture wallpaper. So it's hard to see until you go close. But you can see it's got a really lovely, nice little texture to it. And just a nice amount of sparkle. It's nothing too much, because as you can see, the further away you get, it's not too in your face. So I've had this same wallpaper before when I had a really nice light grey on this wall, and now I've got a really dark grey. Well, it's kind of a dark grey, blacky blue, but either way, because it's so neutral, it just works really well. The texture means it's enough to sort of make the wall look different without it being too much, and this meant that I could still put these prints on the wall without the wallpaper sort of taking over or being too much. And I just really, really love how simple it is, but effective. So like I said, because it's such a plain neutral colour, you could literally pair it with anything. It would look really good in a bedroom, like a child's bedroom, a master bedroom, or even in a living dining room. It just works really well. So in here I've got a lot of greys, but I've also got some really dark colours, like some dark blues, some blacks, even some wood textures as well, and it all just works really, really well. if you wanted to go for something really bold, like a nice green or a really, really blue colour, then it would work really well with that as well. Now, just because it has got the sort of silver sparkles in it, doesn't mean that you're limited to silver things, because I have got this gorgeous gold lamp on here, well, gold base lamp, and you can see it just looks so nice. It just, like I said, don't just think because it's sort of silvers in it, sparkly, that it has to be greys and silvers. You can literally mix anything with it and it all works really well. Now, you know, I mentioned that I do want to change this wallpaper. Although it works really well in here and I love it, I've had it on for about, I don't know, about 3 years now, so I'm just ready for a little change. And these are some of the samples which I'm loving. So these are a couple that I've just picked out of the selection, which I'm quite liking for this room. Now this is something totally different, but if I hold it over like this way, you can see this has got such a lovely texture to it. So it's going to look really effective on the wall. But it's also got these tiny little specks of gold, which you can see with the rug here, it just all works so well, all these colours together. And I think that might actually really look quite good on the wall. So that is that sample, if you're looking for that on the website. I just really love this, I think it's amazing. So some of the other choices which are really popular at the minute and I'm really loving are these panelling papers. Now obviously this is just a sample, so it's only a small amount and it can be quite hard to visualise it all together. And obviously with it being a piece that's been folded, you know, it doesn't look quite as effective, but I have seen these done on the wall. My friend has got this one in her baby nursery and it looks so good. They do it in so many different colours. You can get it in green, and there's also quite a really nice white one which I would possibly like to look at for in here as well. I'll add a picture on here for you to see a room when it's done. It just looks so good, like you really cannot tell that it's wallpaper, and it's such a quick and easy way of totally transforming the wall. I mean, imagine that whole wall up there with that panelling on. It's going to look completely different to how it looks now, and it'll be done with just a few rolls of wallpaper. So this one is in stone colour. And this one, which is such a lush colour as well. If I hadn't already had a dark wall like that, then this would be a colour I'd definitely look for. And this is the grey. Like I say, if you look for those on the website, then they come in loads of different colours. All of these samples and all of the paper that I have already on my walls will be listed below in the description box. So don't worry, you won't have to go searching through the website for them. You get a really good size. Instead of just sort of like a little square. Sometimes you only get squares about this big from companies and you can never really get a good idea, so you get a nice good size. Now I've just stuck this on the wall just to kind of give myself a bit of an idea, but I'm really liking this. Instantly when I saw it I loved the pattern, but I didn't really know how it would go on the wall, but I think that would look amazing across this whole wall. Now it's quite hard to tell with this one in the sample which way it goes. I'm presuming it goes this way because then the darker shadow is at the bottom of the panel and then the top half will be lighter. And like I say, this is really hard to visualise, but you just have to look for the pictures. They've got some pictures on their website of other people who have styled it, and you just have to look at them to see how good it looks all together. Once you can kind of see the whole panel, it looks really effective. Now that colour isn't probably what I would go for in here. I'd look for, there's a white one as I said before. I think that would look really good, but now that I've got it on, I think maybe it's with the prints, the panelling would be too much, but I do quite like the idea of it in the dining room, maybe with the darker colour, so I'm going to see what that looks like. But this one is definitely a contender. I really like that. I've got a couple of other samples to show you here. So this one, the one that I really liked for the living room, also comes in this grey colour, or like a charcoal colour. It's got kind of like a copper what's the word I'm looking for? Copper sparkles in it as opposed to the gold ones. So this would look really nice if this was kind of your theme. You could kind of mix it with, it would look really good with sort of like oak touches, wood accents. That looks really good with that. If you wanted to use the wallpaper as kind of your main feature wall, I think that would look really good with these kind of things. And then you could kind of have like coppery, rose gold accessories. I think that would look really nice. If you are going to go for your whites and silvers, which look really stunning all together, then this is a really good option. So that's what this one is called, and that's, if I hold it up you can see a little bit better. It's got a really nice texture to it, and the sparkle in it really is silver. So if you were, see, if all your accessories are going to be nice silvers and neutrals, this would look really effective. I think this would be really good in a living room. You could actually do a bedroom in it as well, but I quite like it for a living room. I think it's really nice. It's a nice fresh one, nice whites and silvers. This one, which would make a fab feature wall. It's textured again and does have, it's not got a sparkle to it. It's kind of like a shimmer to it. And I think that all together on a feature wall would look amazing. I really like the pattern in it. It's just something a little bit different. I think that would look amazing. Even with, obviously maybe not the stripes and stripes, but with wood accents, it looks really good. Goes really good with the dark accents as well. With, if you're sticking with your greys and your blacks, looks amazing. It goes really well with this puffy actually. If I hadn't gone for that bluey black colour, that would be something really nice on the back wall. I love that colour with this couch. So that is that one. So my hallway was the very first room that we decorated with wallpaper. It was the first wallpaper choice I'd ever made, and I saw this one and it just didn't take me long. As soon as I saw it, I just knew that once I put it all together, all the way up the stairs, it would look really good. And this is probably the only one that I will never change. I just love it so much. And this is called the Shimmer Tree. Now it comes in a few different colours as well, and this is, I think it's probably called the grey one. It's just really nice and simple. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's just a plain, it's not textured, and I just love the pattern on it. I love the busy pattern. I just think it looks so good all the way up the stairs. So in here obviously we've got kind of like a creamy grey colour scheme. I've got a grey shoe holder at the bottom here, and I haven't gone sort of glam silvers and the glam look in here. Kind of, I've got this nice rustic wooden heart up on here, which goes really well with this paper. And to be honest, when I looked at this paper, I do remember thinking it was a really good price. It's not expensive, and I did worry about the quality, but this has been on for about 4 years now. We've had no tears, nothing coming away, nothing. It's brilliant. It's been so good, and like I say, it'd probably be the only room in the house which I don't change the paper after a while. Okay, now moving on to the dining room. You'll have to excuse the dining room table. We currently have an art studio set up here with the kids. But the wallpaper in this room is the sapphire foil in charcoal colour, and I really like this one. It's a really nice kind of grey. It's not got any blues to it. It's just a nice dark grey. It's got a slight bit of texture to it, but mainly it's got that gorgeous sparkle to it, which you can see it really catches the light, and it's really effective across the whole wall. In here I've gone for quite dark accessories and wood accents as well. Obviously we've got the oak table, and I've got the dark chairs. I've got the dark console table and also the dark cabinet over there, but it would look really good with light accessories as well. You know, if you had white furniture or neutral furniture, it would look really good with that as well. In here obviously I have the dark wall across the back, and then the other walls in here are quite a neutral colour. This is called Coconut Juice by Valspar Paint, and that's, so it contrasts really well with a nice light wall. This is obviously the main feature wall, and then we've got the lighter colours over here, again with sort of black accent accessories. It just looks really good, and I don't want to change it because I love it, but you know me, I like a change. So if I do have to change the paper, I'm going to show you the one that I've been thinking of. I think that this dark wood panel effect wallpaper would look amazing in here. I think the colour goes really well again with the black accessories. with the cabinet over there, and see over here we have dark bifolds as well, so I think that would look really good with that, and it would just be really effective because it's quite a big wall, only having that little console table on, and I think that would look really, really nice. So again, I haven't actually seen the full roll of wallpaper, so I'm not sure which way it goes, but I wanted to just hang the sample that way just because it looks a bit better. I think it is actually meant to go the other way, but it gives you kind of an idea. I really, really like that. I love the colour, and it's quite nice with it not having the sparkle, because I am starting to, although I've got my nice silvery accessories here, I am starting to drift away from as much sparkly silver. But I think that would look really effective. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section what you think of this one for this room. I do think this could look really good and be a really potential contender. Here's another couple of samples in sort of grey silvery colours. Now I think this one would look really good in a bedroom. I know maybe for a kid's bedroom this would be something really good if you wanted to do sort of a neutral feature wall. And I think this one would look really effective all together. Sometimes it's hard to imagine it all together, but I do really like the look of this one. It's got no texture to it, just a nice little shimmer. And then we've got this one, again a nice shimmery one. It just catches the light really nice. And this would be quite nice for a living room, I think. You can see it better there. It's got kind of neutral, you can see sort of like neutral taupey colours in there, along with the sparkly whites and the shimmery metallic silvers as well. If you're looking to go for your sort of greys, silveries, that kind of theme, then any of these I think would look so good. And like I say, all of these will be linked below if you want to grab some samples of these and give them a try. But these are some of my favourite picks for your greys, silver. If you're looking to go for something maybe a little bit different, incorporating maybe some bronzy, rose gold kind of colours, this would be a really good choice. And as this one was my favourite one for the living room, if you're looking to kind of mix up your silvers and your golds, or even just add in golds and go all gold, you cannot beat golds, creams and whites. It's such a really classy colour combo. And now the last time we had some samples from I Love Wallpaper, this was one of them, and Evie loved this one so much. I really, really like the pattern on this. It's something quite simple, but all together on the wall, I think it's going to look really, really effective. Now we're not changing her room at the moment, but you know, it's not going to be long before we have to. She's getting older now, and the kind of theme that we've gone for, although it is lovely, I think she is kind of growing up and needs something a little bit more grown up. So I think something like this would be really good. I love the gold in it. And you've got your blacks, your whites, your gold. It's still neutral, but you can still pick out those colours, and there's still lots you can go with. You could pair this with a feature colour as well. You know, if you did want to have pinks, that would go really well. Purples, even any other colours really. Sort of, Evie really likes teal, so something like that could be sort of worked into it. But this paper, I'll take it upstairs and show you in Evie's room. But I think this could look really, really good. Another place where I would love to see this is a dressing room. This is the kind of thing I would go for if I had my own room that was a dressing room. Some people are really lucky enough to have that, and I think that would look amazing on the wall as a feature wall behind your dressing table mirror, and with everything else I think it would look so good. So this is that paper which I was talking about for Evie's room, and obviously at the minute we've got kind of like blush pinks, greys, silvers, but this kind of wallpaper across the back I think would change it so much, and it would look amazing. Now these, I'm not bold enough to put this in a living room or a bedroom, but somewhere like, again, a dressing room, or maybe even in an office. I think something like this could look so good as a feature on one of the walls. This colour, the blue in this, I love so much. Even actually, I've seen some people go sort of really bold in their downstairs toilets. Even though it's a small room, you could just have one really kind of wild, bold paper on the wall, and I think it would look amazing. Even though they're quite small rooms, you can afford to go bold on just one wall, and it makes a really good statement. So I'm not sure what other colours these come in. Obviously, have a look on the link that I've listed below to see these ones, if they do them in any other colours. but they do have a really nice shimmer to the leopard. I think they're fab for somewhere like that. If you want to grab any of these wallpapers, then you can use my discount code below for 10% off. And if you're struggling to decide how many rolls, then they have a brilliant roll calculator. So you just add in the measurements of your wall and it'll tell you how many rolls of wallpaper that you need. Everything is listed below in the description box if you're looking for a particular one that I've shown you today or any that I've got on my walls, but also have a browse through the website, order some samples and you can get a better idea of what you're looking for. If you love this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Your support is so massively appreciated, and thank you again so much for watching.